Lewis Hamilton's 30.
As soon as I hit record, Ethan starts playing something. Ethan, can you stop that, please? Thank
Dude, fun fact. Fun fact.
you, Ethan.
Usain Bolt ruptured his Achilles.
Can I add audio effects in
That's
OBS?
unfortunate. Whoa,
The goat.
motorcycle. Hey, gang, gang. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
Good intro.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, episode number 6.
Six.
Let's start it off with some new news.
Big news.
Into news.
Huge, the biggest of news.
So this is 6th episode, but as of recently, we have just gone live.
Just gone live. We're real
Posted. Y'all can watch the videos. One's been up as of a couple days, quite a few days from now, and this one will get posted later. It's not going to be really relevant to you guys, but
now. But for us, it's
good
big.
news.
It's pretty cool. And we're at least doing stuff. I'll tell you the analytics of the one video. We only have video 1 up. Episode 1's up right now. And it's been up for a few days, like he said. And it's got 18 views.
cash dollars.
2 hours, almost 2 hours of watch time, and we've gained 4 subscribers from
That's 2 people whole watching it.
it. Yeah. About.
Can I slide in with my fun fact here? Kind of goes along with this.
Yeah.
Whoa,
sure.
you're gonna come in with the fun. I gotta
It
move.
goes along with
We
it.
gotta move Levi's fun fact.
No,
Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
So 90% of podcasts don't get past episode 3.
Really?
Sheesh, we're episode 6.
1.8 million podcasts quit before they even get started, and of the 200,000
Before
left,
they even get started.
of the 200,000 left, 90% quit after 20 episodes.
Huh.
After 20.
Yep.
So that's what we gotta beat.
Okay, gotta go past 20.
We're beating 20.
We're almost halfway there.
We're a little farther from halfway there.
We're
I just realized I wasn't editing the
basically a
document.
quarter.
Dude,
there.
leave it. It doesn't matter.
It's gotta be in order.
Okay, NBA update time.
Sports update.
We're in the finals.
I was gonna also
Boston
mention
Celtics.
we got 0 views
Hold
on
on.
Spotify.
If you watch sports, just hold on and listen to this. The Boston Celtics are up 2
Is
on the
that
Dallas Mavericks.
is that a surprise to you?
It is to me. I didn't think they'd make it to the finals, but they are proving all the haters wrong this year.
That's what I thought because I saw that they were winning. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was against what you thought they would do.
Yeah, I had them, I'm not going to lie, first round exits in my bracket. I thought they would choke of all chokes this year, and the next year would be their year.
Wow,
but
you really are getting proven wrong.
Yeah, no, they're kicking booty.
Levi, what'd you have them as? What'd you think was going to happen?
I think you had them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
So you thought they were going to make it about this far?
No,
Yeah, well,
one game before.
One game before.
Oh,
but
you thought they were going to lose before
And the
final
Bucks,
shit.
right?
no, I had the Bucks losing second round.
Oh.
I had them, I think, against
The Knicks,
no. Yeah,
the Pacers.
that's a good question. I don't know.
Very
nice.
nice.
Well,
I think the Knicks, but I might have had them in the finals.
But it sounds like you guys were sleeping on the Celtics.
Well,
I
yeah,
like
their
this.
Now they're
history
killing it.
had been repeating itself, and they had just been choking and choking and choking. They made it to the finals 2 years ago against my Golden State Warriors. Domination! And then choked it and lost. And then the next year, lost. And then this year, they've got the super team of all super teams with
Drew Holiday is the addition that they needed.
Tingus Pingus. You forgot about him.
Well, yeah, he's good.
He has
too.
been clutch.
He's been out for 3 weeks,
Game,
though.
okay,
he is
but
not the
game
reason
1,
they're here.
he had 3 blocks and 20 points
Yeah,
after missing that
he's
many.
not the reason.
And he had like
they're
3
here,
blocks the
though.
other. Dude, he is such a defensive
They
presence.
made it to the finals with him gone for a month. And
Okay,
2 days.
because they were in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Did we say Dingus Pingus?
Tingus
Tingus
Pingus?
Pingus.
Tingus Pingus.
Kristaps
I wanna
Porzingis.
say-
His name is Kristaps Porzingis. Tingus Pingus.
Tingus
I
Pingus.
just want you to know that I was sitting here kind of phasing out, and then I just heard you guys say Tingus Pingus, and I was like, what are they talking
I
about?
love that. Just because the nickname. And he's such a unicorn. He's just fun. Tingus Pingus. So, yeah, Celtics are being surprised. The Mavs, I think, surprised some people. I think the main top picks for finals were Nuggets.
Celtics were 1. 38%.
Yeah, Celtics, Nuggets, and then... Shoot.
Do,
Oh,
do,
so-
do, do.
I
Was
don't
it
know,
OKC?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
OKC,
so.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm just quite happy because if they win, I stay second place in the bracket under Owen. Last
Mhm.
episode, go watch it, or 2 episodes ago.
Both.
But if they win, yeah. Well, I don't remember which one we actually talked about the sports
That's
stuff.
fine.
But then
Watch them both.
if they win, I get knocked down to third. I think. And I think
Bottom. I have me and Owen both have the Mavs winning.
And you
Winning it
are you
all.
stuck with
I'm
me?
at fourth.
So yeah, it's you. So I'm already ahead of him. That's guaranteed. So if they win, Owen just gets farther ahead of me, and you overtake me, and so then I become third, which is still
and
podium.
I get close to first, at least, I think.
You can't win.
You're third no matter
There's no
what.
way of winning because there's
Or
one
second.
game left. I mean, there's one.
If the Celtics
series.
win, Ben is second. You're third. If the Celtics lose,
Ben's third, and you're second.
yeah.
And Owen's first. Owen has guaranteed first.
It's looking like
Me and Ethan are battling for second.
even if the Celtics win, Owen gets first. Are you sure?
Yeah, well, because you both have the same team winning. I mean, it's the same situation for you both, I think.
Yeah. So if the Celtics win, you don't get first.
I
No.
don't know because I didn't have I had the Celtics losing this round.
Yeah,
I got
don't
as
think
many points
anybody
as I
in our
could
bracket
already.
Had the Celtics winning.
Well, I had the Celtics going to the finals, which got me points.
Oh well, yeah,
But I had them losing to my pick,
yeah. The
and
Thunder.
so I've lost. But if they win, and you don't get the points that you could get if they if the other team wins, then I stay in second.
We'll
Very
bring
interesting.
Owen back for the next finals.
yeah,
That's when he'll be
That'll
back.
When he'll be back. He's gone.
that'll be kind of crazy.
So as opposed to our
yeah.
NCAA, I'm kind of killing this bracket.
Yeah, these ones are a lot easier, more predictable.
Yeah,
I
there's less
tried to
variables.
be cute and
Tried to be cute.
put the Celtics out of the first round.
Celtics.
If I would have had the Celtics going even to the Eastern Conference Finals, then I would have won. But no, I did not. I had the Bucks winning it all because then Dame and Giannis got hurt. Whatever, it's fine. Celtics are up 2-0, not looking good for the Mavs, but they go back to Dallas, so we'll see what happens. They're
That's-
just such a good team.
That's right. So they've been,
It has been Drew Holiday's
they've
fault,
been
though.
at
Like,
Celtics the whole time, right? For 2 games.
yeah, for these 2 games.
So then now they'll go to the other one for the other 2.
Dallas.
Okay, and then they keep doing
And
that.
then they
2,
rotate.
2, 2,
no,
2.
they rotate
No.
1-1 after that.
So then if it goes to a game 7, it's in the higher seed.
Yes.
It'll be Boston.
The last game will be the
That's
higher
cool.
So Boston will have
Home.
2 extra home games if they use all. Ooh,
One.
if they use all the games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
one
not sure.
extra compared to the other team. That's how.
That's how math
That's how
works.
odds and
Indubitably.
even numbers. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that sums up. I mean, we're finals, so next episode will be the champions. So if you haven't been keeping up or knowing, you're welcome. But
Yeah, because this is getting posted like weeks after it's done.
exactly.
You
It'll
know, our
definitely be
episode-
over by the time this. is
Our
posted.
episode 1 that was like when the finals started.
Yeah,
It
talking
was
about
our,
round 1.
Was our picks before the finals even started. But yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have. No, I think I want to move to top 5, and then do that.
Well,
We've done news, fact. Yeah, top 5 right now.
whoa! You want to jump that far?
Well, yeah.
And
It
then
only
mine?
makes sense.
Okay.
It's like top 5. So today's top 5. This episode. This one might be not so relevant to a lot of people, but as us growing up, we loved watching superhero movies.
I don't know what you mean loved. I still do.
Well, yeah, I mean we still do, but they're not the same. Let's be honest.
I don't know. I
Ben
don't know.
tried
There's a
showing
bunch
me
of series on
childhood
Disney Plus.
superhero movie.
I
the other
did
day.
I did just show Levi a superhero
Like
movie.
The Adventures with Superman or something.
Yeah,
stupid
My
animated
Adventures
thing.
with Superman.
It was rough.
It's
so
not good. They're
it's-
not
It's not.
Marvel movies. Iron
It
Man,
is good.
Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor, Dark, whatever, Captain America. Not the same. Can they create new ones though? Well, maybe. But anyway, top 5 superheroes, starting with who? Who wants to go first?
Ben, 'cause
I
it's-
started
it's-
last time.
yeah,
and
and
also my list was notoriously crap.
Ben's lists are notoriously crap.
And
if you
probably
don't
will
know
be.
half of these superheroes, great. We probably won't either.
I do know. I think these are
Well, of
popular.
course you're gonna know
They
them 'cause
have-
you're gonna pick them. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
the viewers. If the
No, I
viewers
think-
don't know,
I didn't go deep.
Not your fault, guys.
So you guys didn't give me a lot of time to make this list.
because it's not that serious.
Well, I take everything seriously. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but my list is all known heroes, I think. But I have details that may not be. But anyway,
Do
so
you
I'll
want to
start.
go? Well, do you want to go last? Because this is your superheroes, kind of your area.
That's
No,
Or-
because you guys are gonna make fun of whatever I do anyway, so we might as well get it out of the way.
That is fair.
Okay, so my first one My first one is actually based off.
No. You mean your number
my
five?
my
Okay,
first.
good.
I'm gonna say my number five.
Dodge a
Sorry,
bullet.
sorry. My number 5 is actually based off of. It's like so hard to come up with a number 5. So I just had to
Yeah.
do what I'm recently watching. They recently redid season 2 of the My Adventures with Superman. So I just put Superman based on that series.
Fair enough.
Superman
Solid
and his
pick.
whole story.
Could
Love
he be
it.
higher? Yeah, could he not? He is, however.
It's pretty basic. It's a pretty basic pick, which is why I wasn't trying to go. I wasn't.
Kansas simple man, baby.
That is true. He is from Kansas, so I represent.
Yeah.
He's like me. I'm pretty much him.
Yep, that's it.
That's a
I
stretch.
guess Superman's not from Kansas. Clark Kent is from Kansas.
Which
Mm.
they're all technically not from Kansas because it is the same person.
But he is from
Yeah,
Kansas. I mean, he was
that's what I'm
Smallville is Kansas.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
But he's from.
Okay. Levi, you're me.
yeah.
I don't really care about this one. I'm not too serious about it.
I don't either.
Superheroes. Can knock stuff out.
Okay, my 5th is Doctor Strange.
Ooh, good pick. Good pick.
That's another solid one. That is
His-
a good 5.
I considered him. I thought about him, but I was like, his most recent movie was kind of whatever. And I was like,
Okay, you can't go off the acting.
He's
in,
in
the movie.
all the movies though.
Yeah.
Well, not,
and his stories, he's just.
And he had
I
a
mean,
freaking Infinity Stone.
I mean, yeah, it's
He's
just
still
kind of
dead now.
cool, but yeah. I
Solid
was like, I
5. Solid
can't.
5. So for my number 5, not too much thought into it. It's more just because I remember when the movie came out, it was so cool. And it's
The
got to
Incredible
be
Hulk.
Black Panther.
dude.
Good choice. Good choice.
Because I have better for.
5.
Yes. Easy.
I
Because like
Well,
yeah, the
he's not a
technology's
very-
that cool, but he doesn't do a lot of superhero things. Like yeah, he's protecting Wakanda and he's
Yeah, a lot of time he's just a king,
yeah,
the
yeah,
ruler.
exactly.
and yeah, he doesn't have a lot of crazy, other stories besides
Fights
just
or-
the
yeah.
really good movies from the MCU. There's not a lot of cool stories I know of that are like Black Panther centered. So it's a good 5.
Yes.
The movies are good.
Solid 5.
He's a
The
good-
movie was
You
so
sounds
cool.
like Levi's.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. That's why you're at number 5. If you wouldn't have died, may not have put you at number 5.
Whoa. I feel like
yeah, I don't
oh
think you.
boy.
I don't think
Pivoting-
Black Panther would have been on my list had Chadwick Boseman still been alive. But rest in peace, paying my respects.
can you
solid
say
movies.
that?
I can say that.
wow, he's gone crazy. I feel like Levi's from his faces he was making, he's basing these off the MCU movies.
Well,
Holy
yeah,
crap,
duh.
No, I don't read comic books.
Yeah, duh. As most normal humans would.
Whoa.
But anyway,
I thought a lot about the DC animated stuff that are pretty good.
which yeah,
Have
some
you
of
guys
those are
ever-
okay, but
Have you watched any of the DCAU?
I have one
Not
DC.
AU.
I have 2 DC in this list.
Because there's
I have to have one.
there's the animated cartoons that were like on TV, and then
second
there's like
one's
the
an
animated
honorable
movies,
mention.
and both of them are really good. In my
I don't
opinion.
think I'm really going off much animated.
You should watch one of the anime. I made Levi watch one.
2 actually. 40 total minutes of guard.
No. I mean the movie we watched in your room that one day.
What?
No, he doesn't remember. Never mind.
I feel like
See,
I remember
because they're
the,
not good.
I feel like I remember the time, just not what it was.
No, it was really good. I love those movies.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Ben, you're number 4.
My number
What
4,
is
just because, and I was just grilling Levi for the movies, but I put Iron Man because the Robert Downey Jr. version is just so good. It's just a top tier superhero in that, and just such a good story, good acting, good
Okay, so
character.
What is it?
Iron Man,
Okay, just Iron Man.
RDJ.
Just Iron Man.
Just because RDJ.
Well, that's all you said was Robert Downey Jr.
No, sorry, I didn't.
Yes, huh?
I said Iron Man.
He said Iron Man.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, Levi.
Alright.
Thank you.
He is very loud in my ear, so it could have, But anyway,
My headphones are currently unplugged.
nice. Could you turn
Like, did you?
ours down?
It's actually this is not in. It's just sitting in.
So
Push
you're
it
just
in, then.
faking it? Hey, okay.
Well, I had it
someone,
in, I
you keep
just
talking
unplugged
and
it.
you tell me if it
Turn
turns
it down. Yeah, there. That's a lot better. Whoa.
Wait, keep doing it.
No, that's good. That's good.
I'm
That's
back.
a way. What? Whoa. No, not up. No. That's going higher in my right.
Well, it's. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Turn it back down a little bit. Oh. It was mainly you that was just loud in my ear.
Well, my problem is it goes to the main.
That's better. That's
Have-
good.
Have
That's
we
good.
gotten to our 4 yet?
No.
I just
Levi.
did my
He
4.
did his 4, yeah.
Okay.
Moving on. Levi's number 4.
Y'all are gonna want this higher, especially when you see my higher.
Mm.
But Thor.
No, I like that.
Okay, I'll take that.
That's a solid 4. Get Ben. It's fine.
His movies are all great. He's great. He's in most of the movies.
Yeah.
Comedy,
He's
action,
kind of funny.
great.
He's kind of funny. And he does have cool powers. I mean, he could throw a hammer like 5 miles.
Way farther than that, but yeah.
Well, but yeah. And he can always call it. Boom. Boom.
Dude, I didn't think about Star Wars.
Dude, I literally said that.
You did say that when we were discussing
But
this
they're not really-
in our podcast meeting.
I don't know if
Star
they're
Wars.
I don't know if they're superheroes.
I don't count it.
But I don't think any of them are in my top 5.
It's like sci-fi.
they're
I
Force
mean, they're
and- yeah.
heroes, but I don't call it superheroes.
Yeah. They don't have superpowers other than I guess
They're
the
not your
Force,
typical superhero.
But they're trained that technically, so I thought about that, but I was like, none of them are that cool.
That's true.
Darth
too.
Vader is
they're like-
hands down the coolest Star Wars character, but he's a villain.
It seems like they're all the same.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like-
All the Jedi
it's
are
like,
the same.
Wow,
Dude,
I'm a.
yeah.
I mean,
Yoda.
Yoda is
I'm
yeah,
a- it's like every one of the main Jedi characters.
No.
It's like I'm a force wielding
yeah.
Jedi.
And then
it's
there's
like, okay,
Yoda.
there's all of them. Are
And then
that.
there's
What
Yoda.
about the Mandalorian?
And then that's same with the villains.
The Mandalorian though is
That's
different.
kind of cool, but there's like Jedi, Yoda, Empire, Darth Vader. But yet Yoda and Darth Vader like never fight.
well,
And that would be Ethan's perfect movie.
Yeah, because
Yoda
it's
and
too
Darth Vader
powerful. I mean, I guess Yoda and the Tingle Fingers guy, but whatever. What's his name? What's his
guy?
Darth Sidious? Is that? What's his
Oh
name?
shoot, it's the Emperor, Palpatine,
Palpatine. Yeah.
Tingle Fingers.
Tingle fingers.
Good old Tingle.
So anyway,
Fingers.
okay. Levi's 4 was what?
Thor.
Thor. Yes, my 4.
Thor's a good choice.
4's a hard spot, because 5 you're like, they're okay. 4's like, I gotta somehow.
Four's
one-up
like
that.
almost podium.
That's true. Top
It's
3
like,
is podium.
it's
So-
like he's not quite there, but
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna throw a DC in there. The Flash.
good choice. Good choice.
Great series. Arguably one of the coolest superpowers.
That's true.
Because he's like the only one of his kind, other than Quicksilver, but that's MCU. And he's dummy fast. Like,
But the
how
Flash,
cool. You can freeze time and vibrate through a wall and people's heart.
So
That's cool.
The Flash is so much more fleshed out than Quicksilver. He's like the superior speedster,
Yeah, exactly.
and just like story wise,
Exactly.
like the MCU doesn't make stories around Quicksilver. The DC,
Because the Flash is cool.
Marvel doesn't make stories around Quicksilver, but DC did
Yeah, because the Flash is cool.
because the Flash is cool.
And he's not, he's got one of the coolest powers, but, that's, his limit. So that's why I feel like he was good for, because it's like, that's freaking cool, but it's like, because even like in all the Justice League, he's like, yeah, he's good, he's fast for situations, but he's, not Superman or Batman that's like always doing something. And
Or like a
always-
lead.
or
He's always
yeah.
a support character.
Yeah.
in like a team.
like Wonder Woman, but cooler.
Well, Wonder Woman's not really a support character because she's like the female lead.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's all confusing. Anyway, moving on. Number 3.
Number 3.
3.
Oh, was it
Ben.
me?
Yes.
That's good. It's the
back to
Flash.
you. Hey!
Hey! I just like all of his stories. I like the CW series. It just ended. I need to watch the last season.
He's cool.
It's like on season 9, and I'm like, it's just so much to watch. But I was like, I feel like I should finish out the series after doing 5 or 6 seasons of it, or however many I've watched.
Yeah.
But yeah, good story. I love the superpower.
Cool character.
Very good. Which one is your favorite? There's
I like
multiple
Barry
Flashes.
Allen,
Yeah, I was gonna say Barry
that
Allen.
one. But the one in the one with Magneto, that actor is also very funny.
Magneto.
Oh no, that's Marvel. That's a
was gonna say, you
Quicksilver.
mean
Never mind.
Quicksilver?
Never mind.
Well, we're on the topic
Unless he plays the same.
of the Flash, he's an
Whoa,
honorable
I'm
mention.
confused.
Of
Hold
mine.
on.
Oh, nice. What's your favorite, Levi?
There's the Barry Allen on the series we would always watch at Grandma's,
Yeah, the CW.
and then there's the other guy with like the
the one in the back.
Barry Allen's face is like that. His face is
He
more
was
like that.
in.
He was
I'm
also
thinking
in the
right,
Barry
you're
Allen
right.
one too, I think.
You mean Wally West?
Oh yeah, he's a different character. My bad.
He's the Flash, though. He becomes the Flash at one point.
Then yeah, that guy.
He's Kid Flash in the series.
Yeah.
He becomes Flash at one point. There's
Yeah,
Wally
I like
West.
those two.
I like Kid. His name is
He's funnier.
I like in the DC movies. Nope. It's
Ezra Miller,
Ezra
the one that plays.
That's the
in
actor who
Batman
plays
vs. Superman.
Who plays Barry Allen. That's he's Bart. His name's Bart is the character, and he
The
played.
Kid
He's
Flash guy is funnier than.
yeah. Well, he's like a time traveler. And
Bart
I
Allen?
think that's Bart Allen. Is that yeah? Bart Allen. I forget what he goes by it. He's got a name though.
Hmm.
Like it's not Speedy, but it's like I don't remember. Anyway, I like that Flash too. Barry Allen and
I
him.
think he's funnier than the Barry Allen guy.
Yeah, because he's typically portrayed as a kid.
Anyway, Levi, moving on. Your top three.
Number three.
Iron Man.
Fair.
That's
That's fair.
all right. That's all right.
Have you said Iron Man yet,
I
Ethan?
think it could be higher. Like your Iron Man definitely could have been higher.
Yeah, mine was 4.
Yeah, your Iron Man definitely could have been higher. Definitely.
Oh, I
Iron
can't
Man
think
over
of any.
Flash
There's not.
any day of the
I
week.
just don't think there's a lot of cool Iron Man stories besides Robert Downey Jr.
All 3 of the
Well,
movies.
yeah,
It's
so-
just Robert Downey Jr. though.
Yeah,
it's
Robert-
just
Yeah.
movies.
That's the greatest movies.
Yeah, those are the great. That's the greatest Marvel movie trio.
That's true.
Like closest to the Avengers.
And he's in
Like-
all of the Avengers until he dies.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is. Yeah, I won't say it. It's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, I agree.
If you didn't know,
Should've
he
been-
dies.
No. Does he come back?
Have you guys heard the rumors that he's coming back?
Yeah,
I
I
have.
have.
They're doing.
That's why I just said what I said.
Oh yeah. Well, so they think. I think I've heard that it's like gonna be. They're gonna do the 5th and 6th Marvel or Avengers, and it's gonna be this big, like, reset, which happens a lot in comics. But I think they said they were gonna maybe do like a reset, and they'd bring everyone because they don't have the Fantastic Four or the X-Men, but they bought the rights to them. So they're gonna. I think they're gonna reset it, and they're gonna
Throw
do
them in
everything.
together.
The bad thing
And
is
so
some
then
of the
you'll have-
actors are getting older.
Yeah, that's the thing is they're gonna have to recast people,
And it's just not
and I don't. It's not
Well,
gonna be
just
the
like
same.
Nick Fury. That's about it.
Nah, but there's other characters that don't want to reprise their roles. I mean, I'm surprised RDJ is coming back, but I can see Chris Evans being
Hmm.
like, "No, I'm done." So we'll have to get a new Cap,
I don't know.
you know, a new Steve Rogers, I should say, and then
That's
I don't know. But I'm excited. It will be cool to see stories where all the characters can be intertwined, because that's always the cool thing about the comics is when all the stories are combined. You know, so Reed Richards goes and helps the Avengers, and Spider-Man runs into the X-Men and stuff like that. It'd be
Hmm.
really cool to see stories like that.
Okay.
But we'll see.
My number 3 is going to be more of a. I don't know what to say. Not like a fan favorite.
You just like say what it is.
Well, it's not like a top 3 based on his superpowers type of thing. It's a top 3 based on because I like him as a character so much. And the honorable mention
That's
one
the whole
here
point.
is like Star-Lord. He's super funny, but he's not super power cool superhero. Like he does superhero things, but he's not like superhero. He doesn't have a special ability.
Eh.
He's got guns and jets on his feet.
Well, he's
He's a
in the
white
MCU.
boy
He's the
from
son of a
Missouri.
Celestial.
Well, okay, that's true, but still. Anyway,
Nothing special.
so it's more like an Iron Man type of thing, but not as cool. But he's funny and a great superhero character. So honorable mention. But my number 3.
Oh, I thought that was your 3. Okay.
No, you guys said Iron Man.
Uh huh. I did.
I think. Well, I won't say that. I'm gonna go with War Machine,
Rhodey.
Yeah.
Okay.
just
That
because.
is a
like I
terrible
said,
pick.
Yeah, it wasn't
No,
supposed
but
to be a
that's
good one.
he's a fun support.
He's an Iron Man.
In every show and series and everything, he's a really good
He's
support
funny.
character.
Better person than Iron Man.
He typically
And to
is.
be honest, I always liked him better. Like he's not as powerful or hard hitting as Iron
Well,
Man.
no, that's the whole point of War Machine.
Yeah, but
But yeah, the character isn't as.
he's cool. I mean, he has a freaking minigun on his shoulder. That's cool. And an Iron Man suit. Okay, I guess in one of his. And then he's Iron Patriot, and that changes a little. But then he goes back to the War Machine, I think.
Yeah. I think
So
you're
anyway.
right.
War Machine is at my number 3. If you don't know who it is, look it up. Just because he's like Iron Man's Robin, I guess. In a way.
In a way.
Is it because
He's like his
when
man
we
in the
would play
chair.
Iron Man, Ben was Iron Man and I was War Machine? Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's a lot of our lives, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in our lives where it was like, Ethan liked this because Ben liked that, and we just kind of took our own sections.
And it worked.
Like, you might have liked the color blue, but because I said it first or whatever, you were always red.
Yeah.
And so just to distinguish all of our stuff, it was always blue and red. And so I think you just always liked red because of
Yeah.
that.
Well, and Iron Man
stuff
was
like
the
that.
smarter one. War Machine was just a cooler one in my opinion. So
Worked out.
it just happened like that. Moving on. We're number 2.
Ooh, that's me. That's me.
Been number 2.
Okay, I couldn't. Okay, so it's kind of a group, but it's just Batman and like all the.
Yeah, just Batman. That's all that needs to be said.
Okay, well I'll say more with my honorable mentions.
Well, that's pretty stupid, but
Well,
Batman is Batman is Batman. Like, I understand. Oh, there's the Dark Knight movie.
No,
but
no, no, no.
it's
I
still
mean, like,
Batman.
I mean, like,
actors
I mean the
and
different.
personalities.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna talk about the everyone. It's called the Bat Family.
No. Batman's Batman.
No, I like all the Bat Family, but I'll talk about.
Okay, but that's still
Is that-
Batman.
is that
It's-
like
yeah,
the
it's-
Spider
it's
family?
Batman.
Spider-Man.
Listen,
So
I'll
I've
listen-
never
I'll
been a fan of
explain it.
Batman. He's a
see,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying is I'm
he's
not.
he's a Tony Stark with
That's what I'm
boring
saying.
stuff.
I kind of more like some of the Bat Family people, but I mean, Batman's cool. I just love when they do him right as a detective. It's so good.
Oh, that's fair.
Like the Batman, the movie that just came out.
Great movie.
It was such a good portrayal of Batman being like a trying to help the people, but such a good detective.
Yeah.
Killed it. Loved that story. And there's lots of other Batman stories.
Throws
that are
bat
pretty
wings
good.
and drives a cool car.
I like the Dark Knight, but that was
It's
I mean,
Batman.
it's Batman.
Okay, Levi, number 2, Doso.
Batman.
Whoa! That's cool.
I did
Solid
not.
two.
I did
Solid
not
two.
see that coming. He did not give any indication. That was brilliant.
It's solid too.
Just wait till Ethan's is Batman.
No.
Ethan leads us all along just
Even
to
if
say,
it was, I'd change it.
my number 2 is Batman.
No, I'm just kidding. My number 2 is not Batman.
What is
Batman's definitely
Batwoman?
honorable mention because he's kind of cool. But I think
Ethan
my number
likes
2,
it? Alfred.
right? I think my number 2. God, this
Robin.
is where it really gets hard.
See, he doesn't have a list. Me
No,
and
I
Ben
don't.
have
But
a list.
I know.
Ethan's
I
winging it.
know. Yeah.
Groot.
Oh, this is just where. See, that's a good one. Honorable mention for sure. He'd be top 10 just because he's funny.
Groot, the
but
guy who
there's a
can only
bunch
say
of-
about 6 words.
I am Groot.
That's
all you
3.
need to see.
He says
That's all
we
you need
are
to
Groot
see.
once.
Oh, he did say we.
Well, that's
So
4.
he's got 4 words in his vocabulary. You think he's top 10?
That's like the Hulk. Yeah, I think the Hulk would be top 10 for me.
Well, the Hulk has
The
his
Hulk has a
genius
vocabulary.
second
Well,
guy.
later he does, but anyway.
Times.
He's
aside
also
from
a
that,
genius.
I've
scientist.
never really clicked with the Captain America movies. I've never really clicked with the Thor movies. Like, they're good movies, don't get me wrong, but they're just not my personal type of favorites. And ones that I really liked and enjoyed to watch and I've always thought was kind of cool. And I'm going to say this, and it's going to throw, because 2 seconds ago in my head I was thinking Superman. But and Superman is great, but Spider-Man. You got to
That's your
have him in
number
a
two?
top 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Spider,
Number
Man.
2.
I like, and then woo, you're gone. And then
Woo!
he can hold a
He's
car.
making Spider-Man.
He can hold a ship together. He's super funny in any movie.
That's
They have
guaranteed.
portrayed him as funny, a good dude.
That's
I mean,
his character, yeah.
yeah,
He's-
and he hides, and I like that how he hides his identity, and he shoots webs. Like, who doesn't do that and wishes they
Yeah.
could shoot a web out?
I don't think there's anyone
It's
who's
like
ever
the Flash, but better. Because
I don't think there's anyone who's ever seen the Spider-Man movie and then not made the hand flip. You
Yeah.
know, is thinking about it.
And
you
then
know.
you add on he's super strong, and I mean that's just they made 2 successful games.
You know that-
because it's so cool.
They did make 2 huge successful games. Do you know what the origin of him was? Like when they were pitching him, that he was so typically your younger kids, because he's a young kid, he's in high school when they pitched him and they
Yeah.
made him. Typically, those would have been your sidekicks, thinking Robin and
Yeah,
stuff like
and
that.
then sidekick to
And
Iron
so
Man,
Stan
and
Lee
then
was
Robin.
like, I want to make a teenage superhero, and they're like, aren't those typically sidekicks? He goes, no, this is gonna be great, and it blew up because it was huge because the kids could relate to him, and that was the whole point,
Yeah.
was to make a hero that younger kids could relate to and see themselves in. Just someone who's they're not a billionaire or whatever.
was cool to,
They're
like-
just given these powers, and they're just in
Yeah, and it was
the
cool
neighborhood.
to see him in like the gym, like jumping really high and dunking the ball. This little white kid, but anyway,
Yeah, and they made him.
not that it's because he's white. I'm just saying.
And they made him the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, because he would do all these like smaller crime mundane
But could
stuff.
also do the big stuff.
Yeah, where you really would just see like a neighborhood down to earth guy, and that's why he sold so well. That's why Spider-Man's huge, and it's Marvel's #1 superhero. I mean,
I just had to throw
his
him in
most
there.
profitable, their most profitable property.
Number 2, easy peasy. Once I thought about it, but anyway.
So my #1.
Yes, we're moving on. We have Ben's #1 is
Ethan, this is embarrassing because it's Spider-Man.
whoa.
That's the second time I followed yours up higher. I was the same one, and I put all 3 because I really like all 3 of the
Yeah,
main,
exactly.
the main Spider-Man, which I was thinking.
Well, not even all 3.
Not-
all 8
I
of
was-
the movies are.
well, I was
whatever.
thinking-
all 3 of the main characters.
I was
Spider-Mans
thinking
are
the
same.
3 main types
Toby,
of Spider-Mans: Peter,
What?
Miles, and Gwen.
Whoa.
There's-
What?
Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and then
No, I
Gwen
don't
Stacy.
feel the Miles Morales. I like. Okay, this is kind of weird. I liked Miles Morales after I saw him in the video game, like Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Oh, and
Because
the
up
second
till then, all
Spider-Man?
you've seen is a weird animated thing.
Oh my gosh!
But then once you make him a real person, like Spider-Man's movies have been, it was cooler.
So you're saying
was cooler.
you would like? You just don't. You guys just hate animation.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm glad we keep finding topics that I'm divergent of your beliefs, and then my lists get railed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Accurate.
hate the Spider-Verse movies, but it wasn't as cool because it didn't feel like there was nothing real about it other than like some of his emotional, but otherwise there was nothing that felt or could. That was the beauty of superhero movies.
The
Was like
realism.
you could watch Iron Man, and Thor's a little far fetched, but you could watch Iron Man and be like, oh, I could be smart and make a lot of money and build a suit, and think. And like, oh, this could be real. And like Spider-Man, oh, I could get not that you could get bit by a spider and become Spider-Man, but it was
It
a
looked
cooler.
real.
Yeah, it looked realer. All the stuff, just live and actual in real life is much better than that.
See, I'm the
animated
total
stuff.
opposite because I'm like animation provides so much more freedom for such a
But it's
a
all
crazy
fake.
story. I know, but it's such a
all fake, and
fantastical
that's the thing.
story.
That's why you like the first-person shooters and all that better stuff. Or I do. That's like real life scenarios that you
That
can think about
Explains
and
a lot.
in your brain. Yeah.
But he
Versus
plays
in-
Because
Apex
he
Legends.
plays a lot of games that
Okay,
aren't
it's realistic.
animation based.
Okay, Pathfinder's a robot, but other than that, everyone's is pretty well explained.
I know, but it's like a realistic. It's
Watson's
like
a
realistic
super genius.
graphics.
yeah, and it's realistic graphics.
Yeah.
You
the
build the
graphics.
gun and you shoot, and they're all like, other than like the energy weapons, they're all like pretty legitimately typed guns.
I know, but it's still like a realistic depiction of a sci-fi
Yeah.
thing.
Pathfinder's a robot, but he's a robot. He's got a grapple and a zip line. That's legit. Bloodhound just has some crazy power. Crypto throws a drone out and he can control it. He's a super tech nerd. Anyways, this is diving into a
So
different
do
topic.
you
But
do you play anything that's animation based, like video game? Like anything
I
that's
play
like
2K and Madden.
anything
That's like real
well,
life.
so like
That
anything
is
that's
real life.
anything that's 2D.
And then the new body cam game. That's kind of cool. I don't know if my computer can really run, but back to your question.
Like a
I used to
2D
play like
game.
the Lego ones. Those were cool, but
Yeah,
as
like
of
we
right
we used to play
now-
those as kids. We would play like animation, superhero stuff like that. That was like 2D animated or like cartoony. But
I play Minecraft. That's kind of cartoony.
I think that's the only thing.
not a
I
whole lot.
can't think of any other cartoony game that you play.
Used to play Fortnite, but again, that's a shooter, real type of world thing,
That's getting more cartoony.
right?
you
But
hear-
I don't.
Yeah, you don't
I
play
don't
it very often,
anymore.
yeah.
I don't play it anymore.
They're bringing back the OG map.
They
again.
need to, because otherwise the game's gonna die.
yeah.
I don't think they
I
can
need-
do that again.
Okay, what I wish would
It's
happen
from
is
fan
Apex would do
request.
that. Reset it. Keep all your legends, but reset back to original map, original loot, because they've switched up so many guns.
They'll do
Go
it.
back to the crazy Spitfire and the heavy ammo and try to, with the new weapons, see how it counters. But they just keep on, and it's like,
I
just
think
go
they'll do
back.
it. I bet you wait 2 or
know.
3 years
When
to
they
move
start
away from the
dying.
Fortnite thing. When the
Yeah.
because Fortnite just did it. So you just wait.
Apex is taking
and they'll
over
do it.
Fortnite right now because Fortnite's dying.
Yeah.
You think there's more?
They just had
Apex
their-
is growing and
Yeah,
Fortnite is
for
going
sure.
down.
And I saw a clip of it the other day that just randomly popped up, and I was like, dude, that's probably legit.
They had their lowest players for an
Yeah.
opening season.
And think
Fortnite
about it.
did just recently.
Think about it. Apex Legends is
Crazy.
changing things, but they're not changing things like Fortnite. Fortnite is changing the game. They made a Lego Fortnite and a Rock Band Fortnite, and now you can drive armored cars to win a game. That's not fun. Apex hasn't changed. Apex has changed. They've changed, added legends, guns, maps, but they've not changed the way the base game plays like Fortnite has. And that's
true.
what's been the demise of Fortnite. I think Apex Legends can last a whole lot longer just based off of that already.
Does Fortnite still have the avatar stuff in it?
No.
Dang it! I missed
think
that. I updated it just to play that, and then neither of you guys wanted to play it, so we never played it. Now it's gone.
Yeah, no, because it was OP.
My
and
opportunity's gone.
That's the weird thing that Fortnite's done. Apex hasn't done things like that. They've done funny stuff. They added in a bunch of limited time modes, and there was one where they changed the Mozambique to be a lot of different weapons, and it's fun and different. But they're not changing how the game is played. If
Well, at least
Fortnite
not
would have
the
just
core
left
game.
it, shoot guns, build, and have the same type of vehicles, I think it would have been way more popular, way more longer. But no, they had to change how it's played.
Well,
And you
I
could
would
have added
disagree
in
with
different
that.
weapons
Yeah,
still.
like
But
I mean, you have to change and
You're telling
update,
me
but you can't.
adding in the avatar has brought them more.
they don't have that though anymore.
no,
That's
it
just
did.
a did.
Temporarily
No.
bring in your Mozambique and it just a little fun little thing. It only lasted what, like 3 weeks maybe. At
Yeah,
max?
not enough time for me to get
And there's
on it.
like what, one of them in the game or whatever. I don't know.
But
I
then
think-
they changed how with the cars and stuff. That's like a whole
but
season type
well,
thing.
I think part of it is that they change so frequently. It's like you can't
That's
can't
what ranked
establish
is.
that
a
too.
play style. 'cause
Ranked
then-
is always the
Yeah.
same. Now you get your new cars and whatever, but everyone's gonna play the exact same.
I know, but then you still have like the game breaking car thing. Where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, okay,
Cars aren't game
I have to
breaking.
totally
That
change.
was sensational.
No, that's so stupid.
I've seen a lot of clips where people just stay in the car and they wreck, and it's like you can't
Exactly, and because you
and
can
you
put
can't-
guns on it.
you can't just throw that in the game and then unbalance it.
Yeah, and
Like
they
whereas
did that and
Apex
stuff.
will like throw
Like-
a game and balance it, and then
and
it's like
a totally
that for
different game
months.
mode, but the other one stays completely the same.
Yeah, I think that Fortnite's ability to collaborate with other
That was
medias-
cool. Yeah, like the
That's
Marvel thing,
cool.
that limited time Marvel thing. That was cool. Where
The
you could beat
Marvel,
Thanos.
the Avatar thing, the Lego thing. I mean, that brought a bunch of people in, but they're just not really good at holding people.
Yeah.
And they changed.
Anyway,
Changes.
that's way off subject. We need to go to Levi's number 2.
One.
Oh yeah, we're on 1 with Ben,
Yeah,
1 with Levi.
Spider-Man, and mine's not Spider-Man. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
After saying that,
I was gonna say that's crazy.
It would have
anyway,
been on my list if I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna like this, but Black Panther.
I could have seen that for
His
you.
first,
You love that
the first
movie
movie is
for
only
so
whatever reason.
based
good.
on the movies, but yeah.
The one
It's
movie,
just
the second one was
technology that
not
blew
even
mine
good.
mind.
Levi has based
I
his
broke it down to
favorite
the actual
superhero
superhero.
Off one movie,
off of about 120 minutes.
Yep.
Of a movie.
That's crazy.
greatest thing ever.
And
to
it was a
happen.
good movie.
It
The
was a
technology and
great
stuff was
movie.
cool, but he's not a great.
I mean, that
superhero.
might be top 5 Marvel movies. Maybe
That-
top 10.
that top 10 Marvel movie for sure, but
But yeah, I wouldn't
not
call.
top
I would
5
call
superhero.
Black Panther the top 5 superhero.
No,
All right, Ethan.
He's not top 5. He is the best.
He's the best. He is.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of said this as a joke earlier, but my number 1 is not actually Ben 10, although that's a very nostalgic.
Oh,
and,
that's what you meant when you said that.
oh my gosh,
You
that's
didn't
not what
pick
you
up on
thought.
that?
Well, I had. Sorry, I had Spider-Man on the mind. I thought you were doing a really.
Ben. Oh my
I
gosh,
thought you were going
no.
Ben Parker.
No, okay, so now we gotta tell the story. Now we gotta tell the story. So we're in the kitchen, and I'm like, Ben, me and your number 1 should really be the same.
Because we're discussing, we have decided that we're gonna do this top 5,
Yes.
and so we're coming up last minute with our lists.
Yeah.
So me and Levi are sitting around coming up with our lists on our computers. Ethan's just walking around.
Yeah. And I say, Ben, me and you's top or number 1 should really be the same. And he was like, huh?
I was like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
I guess.
And then I came over and I was like, Ben, me and you number 1 should be, playing word play with Ben, and since Ben's his name and Ben 10, yeah. Anyway, and so then he goes, oh, I know what you're saying. And Mom was like, oh, you just ruined it. And I was like,
turns
"No."
out we
was
did
cool.
not.
Turns out, psych, Ben didn't pick up on the
Well,
Ben 10 hint.
I thought I'd already mentioned Spider-Man, and then you said that, and I had Spider-Man at 2, and I was like, he's like going Ben Parker, like
That's
he's going
crazy.
real
No.
deep cut to not
But
let Levi know or something
I
like
couldn't.
that.
I couldn't, in my right mind,
That's
put Ben
fair.
10 at number 1. He's an honorable mention, and he'd be top
He's
10 for sure.
100%
because,
an honorable mention.
yes, just because of how
Forgot about that.
much
Dang,
time
that's
we
good.
watched it, and how
Influential. Really.
yeah, and how cool. Like, and Kevin Levin was the whole sidekick type of thing,
Man,
and
he
it's
would've-
like he was like before Marvel, there was Ben 10. That was so
Marvel
cool.
He
was
would've been-
definitely before.
Well, Marvel movies.
He would have been my top 5 had I thought about that. I'm sorry, Ethan.
I tried,
He did try.
but
Well,
anyway.
I wasn't even thinking something like that.
I don't think I could put him top 5. He's really cool, and it's a really nostalgic childhood type of show. It's just really solid. If you haven't watched it, probably try and watch it. But anyway, he would probably be number 6 in a top 5 list for me. But anyway, just had to mention him.
The number one.
My number one. Okay. So I said I've had many favorite superheroes before. Star-Lord has been one. Just great movies. Really, that's probably about the only one I've said is my favorite, actually. That's crazy. But he's definitely not number one anymore. And that's only because there is a nasty, cool man named Daredevil that exists.
You put Daredevil as number
Yes.
one?
The series, raunchy, super bloody. But
Oh,
when
have
you're
you-
old enough and you can handle it, oh, what a cool superpower.
Are you talking? So you've watched the Netflix series?
Oh, 100%. All the way through.
I haven't watched it ever.
Oh, so cool. Like, there's Deadpool, and it's like, well, that's over the top. But, oh, my gosh, what a superpower. The man's blind, and he's an assassin.
You haven't watched
Me? No.
Daredevil?
I haven't. Well, there's
Really?
like, first off, there's
Have you
like
tried?
6 different seasons.
Never seen it. Yeah.
With Dad.
How cool.
How much did you watch? Probably episode 1 or 2,
Like
not much.
4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, you got to kind of be able to follow
So are
the
you
story,
ready
but
for
it was
Daredevil
perfect.
Reborn? Born
Yes,
Again?
I'm ready for anything Daredevil. He's my favorite superhero right now, bro.
They're making a new series.
I know, and I'm freaking excited.
I wasn't because I didn't care, but maybe I should.
It's so cool, and maybe that goes
Sounds
back
like I
to
need
my
to
whole
rewatch
super
it,
realistic
so-
thing because I feel like if I was blind, I could be trained to do that. But you totally can't.
Not to crush any blind guys' dreams.
I mean, he can hear based on a sword swinging through the air where it's coming from. I can't hear that normally. No one can. And he can hear when somebody's pulling out a gun and about to pull the trigger where the shot's going to come from. And like when their fist is swinging through the air and it's not even swinging fast where it's going to come from in a dodge. But he's blind. Try fighting someone like that. I mean, how cool.
For our audio listeners, Ethan just smacked his hands over his eyes.
It's by far been the most cool series
Yeah, we
I've
should.
ever watched, and just what a super.
Had you watched it before you saw the Spider-Man where he cameoed?
I don't know. What are you talking about? Which
Well,
Spider-Man?
did you think that was super cool in the third
What's-
Spider-Man with Tom
Oh,
Holland? where
yes,
he-
I had finished it and watched it, and he had the gold armor because he didn't start with the gold helmet at least.
And so then you watched him in
So
Spider-Man.
yeah, I'd
and you
seen
were
it
like,
already.
"Oh, sh-"
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then She-Hulk too. He cameoed,
Yes.
which that was good. I
Yes.
mean, that,
'Cause
is that what
such
the
a
series
cool
is like?
superhero.
The series is like his appearance and.
Well, it's his whole coming up in story.
I know,
too.
but like the action that we saw was similar.
Oh
to
yeah,
what-
it's crazy action. Like I
Yeah.
said, super bloody because he's
Maybe I
punching and
should.
violent.
maybe I
but-
should watch it. Then that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's like if you took
especially for the new
that
one
Echo
mm-hmm.
violence.
Does it? Is it's like
and
that?
Buddy and Kingpin's in there too.
Yeah.
And if you took that violence and added it in with like the Flash's story as far as the romance and the actual storyline and the upcoming and all that.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Super hero. Anyway,
All right, that was our
Honorable
top.
mention.
top
With-
5 superheroes.
I
Yes,
do have honorable mentions.
I've kind of already talked about mine, and I
yeah,
didn't really
Ethan
wanna
did a
think of
really
any
good
more.
job at sprinkling them in.
I just
So-
have like 2.
I have
Yeah,
3.
go ahead, throw your honorable mentions in there.
I have Aquaman. Great
Yeah.
story.
There's no way
He's
you
a
put
good swimmer.
Aquaman.
Dude, Aquaman is so cool.
Again,
It's cool
Levi's
movies,
just basing it
but-
off of Jason Momoa's portrayal of the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, and then Rocket the Raccoon,
He's
Okay.
funny. He's funny.
Bradley Cooper,
and then Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Yeah, Ant-Man would be a nice honorable mention.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, mine is so you guys joked and said not to put Miss Marvel, but I really like Miss Marvel.
Oh my.
Honorable mention, of course.
You're actually fired.
I just really like it's really cool to see someone like our age. Like she's a Marvel nerd who got hired to play a Marvel character. How cool is that? Talk about something you could do in
Is
real
that why
life.
she was a huge fan of Miss Marvel, or is she actually like her character's a huge?
No,
fan
that's
of Miss Marvel?
actually her character.
Oh, okay.
But like she'll go on interviews and she's got to be one of the most knowledgeable people who's ever been in a Marvel project cuz she's nerding out with reviewers. And it's
Whoa,
like
hey, hold on. I have a question. Very
Uh-huh.
random. Just thought about it.
Uh-huh.
Is Loki considered a superhero now?
Loki?
Yeah.
Sure.
Huh.
He's kind of like an anti-hero.
See, right? Like, huh?
He's kind of like an anti-hero, and now he's like.
No, because he's been a villain his entire life.
That's true. He is probably most likely considered a
in
villain.
the comics. Is he ever this new?
Yeah, there's a comic based off of the movie. The TV series is based off of a comic where he kind of takes over. What's he become? The god
time
of
thing.
God of time or something like that.
The time
He becomes.
tree thing.
I
is
think
what
he kind of
becomes.
he kind of ascends to like a like a not bad, not good, just kind of overseer in the comics at times. And I think at times in the comics he becomes kind of an anti-hero slash.
Huh.
Tries
I just
to
didn't
has a
think about
redemption
that.
arc. But yeah, the MCU's portrayal of him. I'd
Would
say
he
is definitely
probably be a
hero.
top 10 superhero? Yeah.
He might be. He was. That portrayal of the
That's just
character
random
and that
thought.
story in the MCU was really
It's
good.
really
too.
good. Yeah.
Really, really good. So I had Miss Marvel just because I
Yeah.
think it's cool. Someone like I think she's literally close to my age, like probably within 5 or
Probably
6
in
years.
real life, but not in this
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. So I was like, that's cool.
That is
I'm
cool.
5
Literally
or
could be
6
me.
years away from an NBA player.
And then
No, Derek. Okay, sorry. Another.
no, feel free.
sidetrack.
No, go ahead.
Derek Lively is 20 years old. That's
Yeah.
as old as me. That blew my mind last night when
Who
I was
is that?
watching Derek
A
Lively
7'1"
center
or whatever in
for the
NBA.
Dallas Mavericks.
He plays in the NBA at
Yes.
20.
Yes, that blew my
That's
mind.
not
the other
even-
day.
They pick him out of high school.
No, he went to Duke for a year.
Oh, just 1 year. They said hey, I know you
One or
wanted
two.
you want a degree. I get that, but how about you actually
Well, he
come
can
play
still
for the
work on it. He
NBA?
can still work on it. But yeah, if you have a
That's
good
crazy.
year and you get drafted, yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, wow,
That's crazy.
this guy
This
is
guy's
20 years
younger than
old
that.
and he's balling out too, and he's playing in an NBA Finals right now
As
against
a 20-year-old.
with Luka Doncic on his team,
Doesn't that-
Kyrie Irving, who I grew up watching, so I know he did too.
Probably. That's crazy.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the other team. It's like, dang, that put the work and the difficulty level that the NBA is up another level, and
Doesn't-
that blew my mind.
Doesn't that make you think, dang, what am I doing with my life?
Exactly, right? He's making multi-million-dollar figures and playing in an NBA Finals right now. Like,
And you're
I can't even imagine.
and you're recording a podcast in our
And I
basement.
can't even imagine what's going through his mind,
Well-
but his poor mom passed away, so I'm sure that's mainly what it is.
Think
but
about last year. Grady Dick was
yeah.
What?
19
In the NBA?
Yeah, that's
This is
crazy.
and
crazy.
won the finals.
That's like a high school age.
You mean Christian
Almost.
Braun then?
Yeah, Christian, not Grady Dick. Yes.
Yeah, so Christian
Braun.
Braun is younger and played a pivotal role on a Nuggets team with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, who I also
and
grew
won
up
the
watching.
finals.
6-man stud won the finals.
That's crazy.
Like what?
It had to be crazy.
Y'all are old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about old.
What the freak are we doing?
Yeah. And then that's like Xavier Worthy. He's only what 2021.
This is younger
There's
than that
some
also.
19-year-old running back for the Jets, and it's like he's playing with Aaron Flippin' Rodgers, who I watched at 6 years old win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
6 years old.
Levi even remembers when he was 6.
You would have been 9.
Okay, still. Still, that's like what?
Or no, wait.
What?
No,
You
Levi's.
born in 03?
Yeah,
You probably can't say that on.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Fine. Ethan already said that he was
Yeah, it's
20.
20, so they already know.
I don't care.
That's not. that
Anyways,
important.
Here's my
okay,
social
back to
security
Ben's
number.
honorable mention superheroes.
Oh yeah, okay. So like I said, I really like the Bat family, and there's so many good Bat family stories. Which, if you don't know who the Bat family is, it's like all the Robins and a couple girls and Alfred and Batman.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Catwoman.
sometimes you could consider Catwoman.
Boring.
My
Do you have any
favorite-
more?
No, I was gonna say my favorite out
Okay.
of the whole Bat family.
Okay.
I really like Damian Wayne's Robin.
There's a couple good Robins.
It's a cool story. And then I like Barbara Gordon's Batgirl. Any other Batgirl or
Never
Batwoman?
watched
Screw
the
them. I don't like
Batgirl
them.
Or Batwoman. Cause I didn't like Batman.
I don't even.
much in the
You know,
first
I don't
place.
even consider the other red-haired Batgirl in the Bat family. I'll say it. Only Barbara Gordon.
Good. I don't know what that means, but good.
I definitely
more honorable
agree
mentions?
with you.
Yeah. Does anyone have? But wait. Does anyone else? Do you guys care about the Bat family? You guys don't have a pick?
No.
Okay, then. My last one was the Teen Titans. Just I couldn't pick one, but
Nah.
I could put the team as an honorable
Nostalgic.
mention. It's like
Beast
I couldn't
Boy's funny.
like I like Raven, but I wouldn't put her anywhere top 10. But I like Beast Boy, but again not top
Beast
10.
Boy carried that show.
Yeah.
Are you talking Teen Titans Go or what?
Yes, the
Teen
young,
Titans
the
Go,
the child
Boy carried.
Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Beast Boy and then Cyborg. They're like the two
What's
useless,
the point?
dummy
Yeah.
superheroes, but they carried that series.
Have you guys ever watched the series that was based off of the original Teen
No,
Titans?
I didn't.
I watched one episode
I
and said,
binged
"This
the
is
whole
not
series in like a
good."
couple weeks.
I would say
The
my
whole all seasons.
last honorable mention. Did you have any more?
No, I'm done. I want to hear your last
It would be Star Wars. Any Jedi.
one.
Lightsaber battles are cool. There may not be superheroes, but darn it, lightsabers are flipping cool, and I wish I had one.
Just say it's the Samuel Jackson's character. You know what? When they asked him to be on the show, he said, "I want a purple lightsaber." That was his request, I believe.
I saw a
He's
meme,
like, "I'm gonna
and it was like
give me a purple one."
every other Jedi gets it based on their training or whatever, and there's green, blue,
Right. Yeah.
and it was like Yoda gets a green, Anakin or not Anakin.
Luke.
Anakin starts with blue and never gets a green, but anyway, green, and then it was like, what's his name? Do you even know his Jedi's name?
I don't know the actual Jedi.
And it was
names.
like Nick Fury, purple lightsaber.
Yeah. It's because I think the story goes is that he was on set, or they were talking about what they do in post, and he says, "Can mine be purple?" And then the guy's like, "I don't think they make a purple one."
Yeah,
He
it
goes,
doesn't
I
follow
want
the
a purple
story.
one.
It doesn't follow the story.
I'm
at
pretty
all.
sure there's like a fight scene with all the lightsabers, and there's red, green, blue, whatever, and then there's just one purple.
Yeah.
That's just him. Is
Which
his name
I
Mace
guess
Windu?
his character
I just didn't remember that.
maybe. I don't think his character, and he would have known his character wouldn't have been alive that long. He was alive for what, maybe one movie?
He wasn't. He died in the same movie he was introduced.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think that's probably why he got away with it.
Yeah, 'cause he wasn't
He's
alive."
not super
Yeah.
important.
And it's Samuel Jackson. You say no to Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson goes, "I want a purple one." You go, "Yes, sir. I'll get you one.
Because all of the
We'll make the logic work later."
empires were red, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Any Sith was red.
I'm pretty sure all of them were just red in general.
Sometimes you get a black. I think there's one or two that had a
No,
white.
there was just the dark saber.
Dark
was
Saber's the only
one.
black one, and it was
Yeah.
held by Siths before, or the bad guys at
Yeah.
least.
But all the other ones were just red.
But yeah, all the Sith, your main Sith, are all going to be red.
Which I guess, yeah, they're just red. Anyway.
I
Wow.
don't remember what's next. Oh,
So
my
far,
segment
good
that you
episode.
moved.
Yes.
Yep.
Now we get another
Another.
new news into news.
In the news. So today, as of recording, as of about 7 hours ago, Apple started their WWDC, which is their Worldwide Developer Conference, I think is what it stands for. And as you can see, if you're watching, we have two Apple boys here. And so
My iPad's charging, sorry.
iPad is charging, but Levi has a MacBook. Anyway, Ethan's very in the Apple ecosystem. Levi's trying to get there. And the WWDC is, like, as it says, a developer conference. It's just for developers mostly, and so
Like
it
the
talks.
iOS.
Yeah, so it talks a lot about software and what they're going to do with the software and how it's all going to work together. So I made a little note. I made some talking points for me to go over to get you guys excited to buy your new Apple things. So just some cool things that they did. They made the control panel different, so you can change where the icons are and resize icons. And there's an API, so other apps can make icons in the control center, and you can like swipe through different menus. So they make there's like your favorites, and then there's like a just music one that fills up the screen, and then there's like a just home control, which is similar to what Android has done, but it's a little more fluid. And so I think that's cool. iOS is known for not having a calculator app. Like if you went and grabbed your iPad,
My iPad does not have a calculator.
It does not
I
have
had
a
to
calculator app.
download A second.
there's a story that goes that Steve Jobs, the guy making the first iPad came in and showed him the calculator app, and it was just like a blown up version of the iOS version.
Yeah.
And Steve Jobs says, "Heck to the no." And that's the story of why they never had a calculator app.
Yeah, so stupid.
They're making a calculator app
Finally.
for iOS, and they joked about that on stage. Also, the whole presentation was hilarious because it's all these. They take themselves way too seriously and then take themselves way too not seriously. So it's like they're super serious and they make up words and stuff, and so they're like trying to be this cool hip thing, and then they start the whole thing jumping out of an airplane. It's like, what is going
in the
on
world?
here? It's crazy. It's funny to watch. Like every half hour, once you get through all the cool features, there's a funny transition, and you're like, oh, that's weird, but whatever.
Is that just like the MCs doing it, or?
It's so the MC, the guy narrating it, is the CEO, And then
Oh.
the people who talk are all the heads of all the departments.
Yeah.
So there's Craig. He's the iOS guy. You hear from him a lot.
Mhm.
And then Tim is the CEO, and you hear from him a lot
Timothy.
Tim Cook.
too. Craig is so crazy. So when they're jumping out of the plane, he puts on a helmet. He's got this really nice head of hair that swooshes over, and his helmet is like modeled after that. So he puts on a helmet that's just a silver thing of his hair. And so his helmet's just this hairpiece. It's so funny. But and also in the calculator, so you can do this thing called math notes. So you can handwrite equations, and it calculates them.
Oh,
thing.
yes.
So you can go like 8 plus 10 equals, and then it'll just fill in 18. And you can do variables too. So you can be like A equals.
Who needs photo math?
I know it's done. You just got to write out the formula. So you're just like A equals 10, B equals 3, Y equals this, and then you write out the equation and it'll graph it or whatever. It does all this crazy
That'd be
calculations
cool.
in the notes app, and so that will be really cool to look at.
So I need an iPhone before college algebra.
Well, it says it's an iPad,
iPad.
but yeah,
Oh,
you need an
whatever.
iPad and an Apple Pen. You can mirror iPhones on MacBooks, which is similar to
I
an
thought
app.
you could do that before.
Could you interact with it?
Oh no, maybe that was just the TV.
So
Yeah, that was just the Apple TV.
on my thing, I can mirror my Samsung on my Windows.
Yeah, no, that was
But
just for the TV.
I have to authorize it. With this on the MacBooks and the iPhones, you just go, I want to see it, and it just pulls up your iPhone and it locks your iPhone's on the lock screen, and it pulls up your phone on your computer. And you can interact with it.
Cool.
And then so you can sync over notifications. And so if you get like an iOS notification, you just click it on your MacBook, and it opens up the
Well, you can't click it like that because they don't make MacBooks.
Right, they're not
touchscreen.
touchscreen. You click on it with your mouse, and then it opens the phone, and you're instantly in the app. And so you're like,
Cool.
oh no! And so then you can do that, and you can like do orders and DoorDash and stuff, any kinds of things. And then with the Vision OS, which I know none of us are even probably considering buying, the headset, they used to have a Mac screen that you could do. They made a huge Mac screen, like a 4K or 8K ultra wide something or other. So when you're doing that,
Nice.
so those are my cool things.
Yeah.
And then of course Apple, they always steal stuff from other people. So I made a small list of things they stole. So they finally have rearrangeable icons. Like I can take it and I can put in the corner. It doesn't have to go in the order.
Oh,
So that's something
because
that
that's kind of just lame.
yes, but Android's been doing that for decades, and so iOS just unveiled that just today. They also have a color themes. So like if you have like a red background, you can make all your Apple icons red and dark themed or whatever.
I think this is just now because they're starting to really overtake Android as far as versus in the past it was like, oh, you could have an iPhone or you can have an Android. They're pretty similar. Now it's like more people are like, oh, well, why don't I just get the iPhone? And then they roll out these more like Android
I don't
features
know
and they're
about
like,
that.
oh, I liked this on my Android. It's on my iPhone now.
I do
Cool.
think you're starting to see a security based
And
concern.
the battery life.
And so these color the batteries are crazy. The color themes is like Google has a Material You idea where it will try to analyze your desk, your background, and it makes all your icons look that same.
Mhm.
So this is kind of like that, which it looks good. It's kind of annoying. I don't use it that much, but it's nice. It's cool, I guess. And then they also have Apple TV Plus has like Amazon's X-Ray, and so you can see the actors that are on the
Oh,
thing. So you can, what's
I'm
this?
pretty sure that has been there.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. They call it Insight or
Yeah, I
something
don't
like
remember.
that. And
Maybe
then
not on the Apple TV.
some of the
Plus, as
big
far as
stuff
this
that
show.
they did. First off, they talked so much about privacy, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But the new OSs, iOS 18, iPad OS 18, Vision OS 2, and then the new Mac OS is called Sequoia. So there's the new OSs coming out. They announced RCS text chats. So Google's been doing RCS for a while, and it's like the successor to SMS. So you can send large photos, and you can do audio things, and you can react, and it has read receipts, so it shows when you looked at it. And so that's been something that Google's been pushing Apple to do. So Apple's going to do it now. Except Apple, I think, is doing an older version of it, so it's not end-to-end encrypted. Which, if they would just do that, I would think this would be awesome. But at the very least, if your grandma is texting you a video, you'll get it in full quality.
Yeah.
It's just something stupid with RCS. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of like now I don't have to really worry about who I'm texting and the quality being bad. As long as everyone kind of has an up-to-date phone, it's going to probably be okay. And then
That's
the
cool.
big thing they did, which is easy to expect, is AI, artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. But they call it Apple Intelligence.
Oh yeah, makes
So
sense.
they always have to rebrand stuff. So
One
there's
thing-
so many. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, they're just cool. One thing that I learned
I got more
not too
about
long
AI,
ago, but is definitely a reason I would recommend an iPhone to any old person now is
They're
because
so simple.
they can go, well, you can put it in a mode that literally makes the apps icons that big.
That's
There's
just
like
accessibility.
Simple
it's
mode.
But I
like
think
a-
there's also an old person mode.
Yeah,
I think.
it's
yeah.
an old person mode, and it dumbs the
Dumb
phone down.
Yeah, I've
Every
heard that.
app icon goes like the size of a thumb, and you can see it easy, see it clearly, and then the text stuff, everything's bigger. But the main thing was it puts the apps in a dumbed down, huge position. You're scrolling through your apps instead of like having to swipe. I think you scroll through and you can find any
Yeah.
app, and it just keeps you simple: camera, message, phone. Anything simple the old person would want.
I've heard that.
And I
about
was like,
that.
dude, I want to try it on my phone, but I don't want it to be stuck like that. So I don't really want to try it. But
It wouldn't
that
be
was so
stuck like
cool.
that.
yeah,
well, I
no.
wouldn't really know how to get
So
it
with
out,
the
but-
AI stuff, it's what they're promising or what they're saying is so interesting. So it's like, so first off, it's like your custom generated images. You know how you see people
Yeah.
make AI art. So you can make your own custom emojis. So you can be like, I want a person who is holding a dinosaur and making a goofy face, and then boom, it makes you an emoji, and you can select from from a couple
That's so
generated
random.
options, and then you'd be like emoji, and then you can do custom images. So say you're in a group chat with a bunch of iPhones and it has a contact photo for one of your contacts, and you can say generate image, and then Luann surrounded by roses at a park or whatever, and it'll generate an image based off of them, based off of all these prompts. It's very visual what they showed too, because they make it so simple. It's not just like a wall of text or something complicated. It's floaty, it's bubbly, it's interactive, and it looks really cool. And I thought so that'll be interesting to see how that goes and see how that works. But the really interesting thing to me was how ingrained everything's going to be. Your phone's going to know everything about you, and they tout privacy as super important. So they say it's not going off to servers. It's all in encrypted if it does, but they try to do a lot of stuff on device if they can. But so like you can, and Siri's getting the overhaul. Siri's taking all this in, and it's kind of Siri's kind of like the voice of it, and stuff like that. But you can like say you could ask Siri to like, hey, where are we eating next Thursday? And then it will go look through all your messages and find that your mom sent you a message 2 weeks ago about a meal this Thursday, and it'll be like, hey, your meal, here's a text message that might be what you're looking for. It's like, oh yeah,
That's cool.
mom did text me that. And then you could say, how far is that from here? It's like this far. And then it's like, what else am I doing today? And then it's like, here's an email about, having to pick up the kids. And then here's a text message about that meal. And then here's another reminder that you set for this. And so
That's
it kind of
cool.
integrates with all of the services, and you can tell. And there's so many interesting examples of like what it showed that it can reach into and it can find, and that the lady stuttered and misspoke a name of something, and it could understand. It's got this. It's very
Super
more
smart.
human in how it like can kind of adapt, and
Yeah,
then it
that's
just
cool.
knows everything. Another cool thing was like a person texted their address,
Mhm.
and so they had that message up, and they're like, and it's like a couple messages up. It's like, Siri, update this person's contact with that address, and it just did it. Throws them to the contact.
That's cool.
That contact address updated.
All right, we're coming up on a lot of time here.
So are you excited?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't
mean,
I don't know
I
if,
don't know how much I'll use it, but that's cool.
I don't know if
Maybe when I'm older,
I don't know if your phone will be able to
I'll
hold
probably
it.
want a
But
newer
yeah.
phone. I'll get a newer phone here eventually.
I say I'm worried about battery life on it. Like that's gotta tank battery.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
for like these iPads that didn't have much more battery life, I mean, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But it's it'll be cool, I think, because there's so many times where I'm like at work, and I'm like, man, where was that email that talked about this? And and if Siri
be
or
cool.
someone could help, and it's just like, okay, well, you talked about that 3 weeks ago, and this was the plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it does. It can summarize text, and it can generate, reword this email to be more
Yeah.
precise.
All right, we're coming up on a lot of time on this one. Are we gonna do that other thing or the
Do you want
channel?
Levi? How long do you think your thing's gonna take?
Yeah, what is your
Depends on your guessing skills or your knowledge.
Should we just
Top
record a
10
second
seems like a lot.
episode real quick?
No, I think we could move that one to the next one.
Levi, are you okay with that? This was
I don't care.
This was Levi's segment.
He had the other one.
His fact check and the top 5. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're probably just about hit an hour.
No, we're past an hour.
You want to do your last in the news, Levi?
Yeah, what's the in the news? Let's do that
We'll
one.
end
Another
with
news
that.
one.
Well, so is there any other comments on WWDC? Levi, does this make you just want to get more iPhone and Apple stuff?
I'm gonna get one anyway.
Oh, another
Just
cool
don't
thing
change
was
anything.
like if Siri, this is just a quirky thing. If you're getting a call and you have AirPods in and you want to like respond to Siri, because Siri will say, hey, you're getting a phone call from so-and-so. Would you like to answer it? You can just nod. No, I don't. Nod no. I don't want to answer it. And they used an example. They're like, this is really good for if you're in a weird place. And then it just cuts to someone in an elevator. He's like super tall. Everyone else is super short. And he's just sitting there and you just hear, so-and-so is calling. Would you like a call? And they go, nope. And then, okay. And I was like, that's so cool. You're going to see people who are just walking down the street being like, hey, nod yes and start talking.
Doesn't mean they got motion sensors.
But that means you have to
Yeah.
wear your AirPods like in some second, future.
Okay, what we got?
Well, with the transparency, that makes it kind of
Yeah.
easy.
All right, Levi, in the news, your last topic here.
This wasn't necessarily my topic, but
Well, you've typed it.
I don't even know what it means.
Mr. Beast beat out every other YouTuber as the
Yeah,
highest
he's the
subscribed YouTuber.
highest-
Oh, like
subscribed
past
YouTuber.
PewDiePie?
Well, he already passed PewDiePie. But
T-Series
remember
was
when
the
T
top.
Series passed PewDiePie?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh well, he wasn't paying attention to the YouTubes.
Whoopsies.
But so there was a big event, and PewDiePie released a music video bashing him, kind of. But okay, I'm no longer on top because PewDiePie was on top for years. And then T Series, this like Indian music label kids media thing.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't either. I've never watched anything. I
haven't either. I just heard. I'm pretty sure they're an Indian-based like kids or something, and so they were India's going all online huge, and so they passed PewDiePie really quickly. And Mr. Beast did a bunch of T Series v PewDiePie stuff.
He
Like
was a big
Mr. Beast did a
PewDiePie
lot
fan.
of stuff to try to get. He went to the Super Bowl and held up a sub to PewDiePie banner at one of the Super Bowls.
Mr. Beast did that?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
But so now, it's been about a year or two, and Mr. Beast has now passed
Good
PewDiePie,
for Mr. Beast.
but has
He's
now
doing good
passed
stuff.
the Indian group.
Good Mr. Beast.
So Mr. Beast is now the most subscribed to YouTube channel on YouTube.
Very
He's
nice.
Huge. He's huge, which is crazy because he's
That is
not.
crazy, but
He portrays such like a small crew, but I mean he's got to have a team of hundreds of people working on it, and so
yeah, he does
Well,
good
have you
things,
seen how
so
many
that's
channels he has?
yeah, that's true too. He does have a lot of stuff
that's
he's
fair.
doing.
Probably
but so.
30 channels.
So he's number one. Also, in other news, at number one, Apple. I've been on an Apple kick since then. Apple is the number one rated company. Like they're like
Consumer
they're like a
Reports or
$1 trillion company or whatever.
Oh, whoa.
They're like the
Money-wise, Gotcha.
highest. And then, but just recently, Nvidia passed them for just a little bit
NVIDIA. That makes sense.
because they're doing all the AI, GPU, graphics.
Well, the graphics are going crazy.
Well, mostly their money's from machine learning and AI.
Hmm.
And so they've gone huge. So they just passed Apple for just a little hot second, but they're suspected to go bigger. So Apple may no longer be the company worth the most money.
Hmm.
It soon might be
Crazy
Nvidia.
facts.
Crazy
Well,
facts.
with that, like, comment, and subscribe as always. Love to hear it. We'll see your comments as
Yeah,
far as
now that
until
we're
we
publishing-
maybe get 500,000, but
Now
that's gonna be a little while.
we're excited to read comments.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
See you guys.